psychic was clearly whacked. Surreptitiously following Jim upstairs to his gallery so that I could get a closer look, as if on cue, he came up and introduced himself to me. He was charming, as only a man of a certain age knows how to be. Despite the salt and pepper hair, he had a very young and playful way about him. "What's cooking, ladies?" he asked Marianne and I, obviously pleased with himself. "Just promoting my night. Sorry if that's not cool." Smiling back broadly, he reached out for an invite. "Let me see what you got there." Handing him one, I watched as he examined it. "May I keep this? In fact, mind if I come?" "I'd be honored," I responded, now blushing. Introducing us to his partner, Steve, he invited us to have a glass of wine with them. After a couple of drinks, they began acting really silly. No matter what the age, a rock boy is a rock boy. "How come you're leaving IDEO?" he asked. "Well, it's just time to move on." "You've come a long way since Bleecker Street." Boy, he sure seemed to know a lot about me. After a bit, we bade them good night. Jim called out after us, "See you next Thursday." The next morning, he called me at home. I have no idea how he found me. As if old friends, we chatted effortlessly for what seemed like an hour. Bless you. "How about lunch?" he asked. A couple of moments later, he picked me up and took me to a chic vegetarian bistro in the village. Definitely making his interest clear, he romanced me with food, wine, and laughter. As attracted as I was to him, I played it down. I wasn't used to being pursued. There hadn't been many times in my life when I had been. I always seemed to want the unattainable and relish the challenge of my pursuit to the point of obsession. I was unprepared for the tables being turned. In the car, stopped at a light, he turned to kiss me. The closer he moved towards me, the further away I went. When I'm doing the chasing, I can't get enough. When I'm being pursued, I'm a total prude. I guess I'm only comfortable when I'm driving. My last Monday at IDEO, I considered keeping the gig and doing both clubs simultaneously, but I figured I'd probably sabotage myself in both venues. IDEO was a boys' club anyway. Billy and Terry were definitely misogynist and never treated me as an equal, but it was nonetheless a really cozy, hip scene. I was going to miss hosting my nights there. It was the beginning of the big time for me, where I developed my promoting chops. And as cool as Rock Bar had been, it was a Bleecker Street club, and like Rodney, it got no respect. On that last Monday, I arrived eager to enjoy my farewell. Standing at the ropes with Bobby V, who was working the door for me, was usual early arrival Lenny. He came every Monday to share a drink with me before I got crazy and he had to run off and do some comedy club. We'd remained casual friends over the years, supporting each other's careers. He came to my nights and I went to see him perform. Atypical, he was not alone this night. He and his friend David joined Marianne and I at the downstairs bar. Considering my impending club move, I sensed this might be the last intimate cocktail that Lenny and I were about to share, so I got a little daring. "Dating anyone?" "Not really," he said, looking at his shoes. "What about Mona?" "You know, we broke up about a year ago," he said. "You're kidding. I had no idea." "How's Eddie?" he asked. "Old news. We've been breaking up forever." "Breaking up?" Lenny looked puzzled. "Well, we hang out once in a while, out of habit, but it's over and we both know it. I'm completely available and my love life's crap." "Where are all the nice single guys like you?" Marianne, overhearing, chimed in, "I'll drink to that." Clinking glasses, we both laughed. David and Lenny, exchanging a raised eyebrow, joined in our toast. The four of us chatted some more until the bar began filling up. Time to do my thing. I introduced this guy to that girl, this player to that star, and so on. The crowd was soon packed on the dance floor, fixed on a young fiddle player's impassioned performance. During a short break, I made my way upstairs. Lenny and David were sitting on the couch in the living room. Marianne was resting on the arm, laughing. She came up beside me and whispered, "He likes you. He definitely likes you." "Well, why doesn't he ever ask me out? He's shy. I think it's your move." Taking a deep breath, I headed over to the couch. "Lenny, with my nights winding down and this new place so enormous, who knows the next time we'll be able to share a quiet drink? We should go out sometime, don't you think?" Lenny smiled, looking relieved. Was Marianne right? That'd be great. Why don't I give you a call? Well, I'll be at my mom's for the weekend. Marianne and I are Hamptons bound. Lucky you, he said, handing me a pen. Quickly jotting down the number, I handed the pen, the paper, and some high hopes back to Lenny.